Things feel really tough right now. I don't know if it's just me, but it's as though we're trying to do all the right things to keep our costs down, limit our grocery bills, and it just doesn't feel like it's making any difference. Right? Prices are still going up, cost of living keeps on rising. It feels tough. And I want to have a chat with you about how we can all handle it better. I'm David, this is Grocery Dad, and this week I want to share 3 ideas that I've been thinking about lately to help me stay on track during these hard times and stay focused on making the right choices. Because it seems like loads of things are working against us all at once right now. Fuel prices are up, interest rates are up, the weekly grocery shop is noticeably rising in cost. I found myself recently standing in a shop or driving home thinking, I just can't be bothered tonight. And that's pretty new for me because this is what I do, right? I plan, I think about food, I try to stay on top of it. But even then, there are days where it just feels easier to take the shortcut. Grab something quick, order something in, deal with it tomorrow. And I've got a hunch that I'm probably not the only one feeling this right now. So I tried to kind of take a step back and think, well, why is this happening? Why do I feel like this? And the truth is, I think there's a lot of negativity right now, all kinds of unrest and conflict around the world, which is obviously horrific for the people caught up in it. And that messes with all sorts of other things and has all these other kind of knock-on effects further down the line for regular people who are not directly caught up in it. So in the US, food prices are roughly 25% higher than they were before 2020. Fast food has gone up even more. That's closer to 30% in a lot of cases. Interest rates have been sitting at their highest levels in about 20 years. Credit cards are charging around 20% interest on average. And household debt is at record high levels. So, in that sense, this stuff is not imagined. You're not making it up. Things are tighter. I'm sure wages and salaries in your household haven't gone up by that much. And all of that together just makes you feel stressed, more pressured. And when that pressure goes up, that's when good habits can slip. And that's when you start questioning if it's all worth it. Buying whole foods, avoiding convenience, cooking from scratch, eating at home, all these things, you just start to call into question and go, well, it just doesn't feel like it's making any difference at all. So why do I even bother, making my life harder than it already is? And that, my friends, is the moment to take a step back. When you start to think that way, like I have been recently, you've got to catch yourself, call a time out, and I think go back to some basics. And the very first thing I always come back to is simplification. Simplifying my life is incredibly powerful as a sort of a reset switch. When things get harder, you don't want to make things more complex than they need to be, right? You want to do the opposite and make it easier for your sort of overwhelmed brain to make the right choices. So you wouldn't be looking for trying new recipes every night of the week or walking into a store without a plan and hoping for some sort of inspiration to hit you while you're there. The best that you can hope for when you do that is to start buying random ingredients and hoping somehow that they magically come together. What I've found works much better is stripping things back. Same core ingredients, aiming for the same 5 to 7 meals on rotation that you love and that you can basically make with your eyes closed. And it's all about minimal thinking during the week so that your brain can just get back into sync with you and where you're heading. Doing things you're familiar with is just a really good way to put yourself back in control. And that removes a lot of this pressure. Now, people often think variety is the goal. Variety is the spice of life, right? But I tend to say when things are as they are right now, it's simplicity and consistency that are actually far more helpful. Now, the second idea that has been sort of on my mind of late is focusing on the long term. Because when there's bad stuff in the news every day, and let's face it, that basically is the news, right? It can be really easy to just let your field of vision narrow and drop right down to today, tomorrow, maybe next week at a stretch. But things just get narrower and narrower, like you're looking down this long tunnel, just this tiny little pinprick of light at the end of it. And if you get to that stage, it then becomes really easy to just say, to hell with it. Life is too short. Nothing's going to get better anyway. So I'll just eat out again and again and again. And then what happens is that convenience kind of creeps up on us because the numbers feel pretty small in the moment, don't they? An extra $15, $20 here and there doesn't feel like a disaster. Takeaway instead of cooking, right? One at a time doesn't feel bad. when you zoom out, that adds up really quickly. If you're spending an extra $20 a week, you're down over $1,000 in a year. And what I realize is not having that money makes you feel a whole lot worse about life. That's one thing that's for sure. So you're saving in the long term to give yourself that breathing space, that buffer, if things really do go tits up. But in the short term, that's a problem because planning and cooking can feel like such hard work sometimes. So I suppose it's about lifting the field of vision. That's what I try and do, thinking about where we want to be in the coming weeks, or better still, even in a few months from now, and using that as motivation to keep doing the right thing each day and not splurging on the overpriced groceries, the takeouts, the double caramel lattes from the coffee shop down the road that are now something like $8 or $9 a go. When you do that, when you focus on your long-term goals, whatever they are, those small short-term decisions do tend to start looking very different, and you notice them much more. Okay, the third big idea is probably the one that I catch myself wanting to do the most, and that is using spending as a sort of way to deal with how I feel. Doom spending, I call it. And it is so easy in this day and age. We have spending opportunities at our fingertips, every device, 24/7. So the minute you feel down or you have like a hard day, a bit of retail therapy makes you feel better for a few minutes. But before you know it, you are $100 down, $200 down, $500 down. Of course, food is really the easiest version of that because the sums of money, like I said before, are relatively small and the gratification is pretty immediate. But obviously, it is also pretty short-lived as well. If you're not careful, you can fall into a really tricky habit with this, where you start to link feeling stressed with spending money and eating. Of course, that is a tough cycle to break if you don't notice it. The very easiest thing you can do is check in with yourself just at that moment, when you're going to put that item in your cart or hit pay on that app, and you ask yourself, is this really what I need? I feel like I want it, but do I actually need it? And if you're being really honest with yourself and the answer is yes, that's fine. And even if it only cuts out, let's say 30% of those dodgy decisions, that's still leaving you better off than you would have been otherwise. So just try and recognize when you're slipping into this doom spending mode. Pause for a second, see if you can bring yourself back and send yourself down a more effective path. All right, folks. So those are 3 things that are on my mind right now to help us all deal with how tough life is getting, to help us keep on track with our food and our grocery spending. Tell me in the comments what gets you back on track. If you are, or if you're not, what is it that you're turning to as a sort of a crutch? Is it the fast food? Is it the snacks? Is it the takeouts? There's no doubt there's a lot of challenges out there right now, and it can get you down very quickly for sure. No doubt about it. I'm sorry to say these challenges, though, probably aren't going to go away anytime soon. When it comes to food prices, well, they are more than likely going to keep on going up and up. So look for those ways to simplify. Set yourself some goals, something that you're aiming for in the mid to long term that are achievable, but they're going to take a bit of time and a bit of commitment to achieve. And whatever you do, avoid trying to spend your way out of these stressful times. If you want more practical tips to help handle life, to shop smarter, to live better, this playlist has all the ingredients, literally, that you need for the 20 grocery lifestyle. And this will 100% do it for you when it comes to the simplicity rule. I guarantee it. So I will catch you there in just a mo. Thanks for joining me for this one. And, well, keep your chin up.